All right, welcome to the Monday Night Men's Forum. I'm Matt from Hop Life. Tonight we got Christopher of SecureCoop.com. We got Jeremy, Do We Like Donuts? We have Homestead of Pain. His name's Grant, I guess. And then Padre just jumped on. How's it going, guys?
What's up?
Padre, Jeremy.
How's it going?
Padre, did you figure out your microphone settings?
Maybe.
They sound great.
We can hear him.
Good.
So tonight we're talking about making lemonade, and I'm glad Padre could make it because it seems like he's constantly making lemonade.
Like
so,
literal lemonade or figurative
he
lemonade?
probably makes a pretty mean lemonade.
He's probably gonna make a meat and goat lemonade.
I mean, I got a margarita. I could do like a lemonade.
A Bloody Mary.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh, that's
But I
Just
heard,
get out of here. Just leave.
I heard,
All right.
Man,
I heard somebody say one time. Heard somebody say one time, when life gives you lemons, find somebody whose life gave them vodka, get together and have a party.
That's right.
Yeah, that's better than just making lemonade on your own. All right, let's do some personal events. Christopher, go ahead.
Yeah, my stepdad is coming down, and so I got my buddy, the homesteader down the road. I go over to his house and we do chores. He comes over to my place and we do chores. And so we're putting in a compost toilet right here in the little RV, and he'll be able to use this place, and we'll have ourselves another bathroom. So I'm excited.
It's the little things, right?
Yeah, it's the little things. I'm excited about that, and more beta testing on Secure Coop. Found some pretty crazy, serious bugs. One of them was really hard to fix, but I got it, and so we're getting down the road.
Yeah.
You want to find those things now before you get paying customers. So
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Grant, go ahead.
I don't even know where to start. I've had some things die, some really important plants die that I didn't want dead. My girlfriend's grandfather was in the hospital, so I was up there for 4 days staying with her, and that's when they died. And then my pigs keep getting out because I put them in the pasture because I decided to keep them, but they just walk around the house. They don't really disturb anything. They're blind and retarded. They can't smell or see shit.
Your pigs?
Yeah. So.
And why are they blind? And I mean, like,
I don't know. I throw food in their face and they'll just sniffing the ground and walking forward.
so they're not literally blind. They're just
dumb.
They're just dumb.
Kind of
Yeah.
sounds
this
like you
cat-
need to have less pigs. And
Yeah, I would
there's
love
only
less
one way to
pigs.
do that.
I was gonna wait till like November till it's cooler.
I mean, I got
and,
a freezer
they're
if you want to
fatter.
put one in there.
And I mean, if you want one, you can come in. You can like skin them.
I just bought a half a hog a few weeks ago.
Don't you want a whole one? Alive?
Yeah.
Not right now.
So it's
I
not
have room
cut in
for it.
half?
Just like put it down like the table saw, cut it in half.
Alive.
Yeah, no,
Sick.
don't do that.
You're sick.
Nope.
I got 4 more totes
Maybe for the
today.
goat.
Yeah, Padre's got a goat he can give you.
Mm.
Let's
Must have
let's
the
let's hit
Asian
Jeremy
guy.
and then Padre. Jeremy, go ahead.
Well, mine's kind of along the same lines. So yeah, we did buy a half of a hog. We split it with someone.
Hell yeah.
And so it's like 150, 200 pounds of pork. But then today I went and put down a deposit on half a cow. So that's pretty awesome. Stoked about that.
Nice flex.
I would love. Hopefully, in the next 3 years, I'm growing those.
I want to. I just don't have the land for it.
I mean, we have it. We just can't use it yet.
I actually paid for a cow a year ago, and there's the butcher that we were using had to shut down, and so my cow was still sitting out in the field about an hour from here chewing grass because we've got nowhere around here to butcher. We're in the waiting line.
There's a waiting list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
We're
what
in
the
waiting
one.
list for another butcher.
So we ordered ours last August, but they didn't require a deposit until they went to start. Until they went on to
Finished feed or something.
Sorry, man. The cat's like licking my ankle.
Oh, you have a cat? I got a cat now. I didn't want a cat, but I have one.
Jeez, man. But still had to get put down the deposit today, and we'll have it in August. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Nice.
It's gonna be a lot of meat.
Shoot the one he is owed. Just shoot it.
What?
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah. If I had to, I would just go to the guy's house and bring my 22. But not to that point yet.
But
Apps.
no.
I would like to get to the point where I can process them for people and they just pay me in cash and nobody needs to know.
Mobile processing. Mobile processor.
I mean, I'll pay you for a
Yeah.
hog, man.
Yeah.
You
I mean-
process a hog for me. Now you got to smoke the bacon too, though.
Hey, look, we have a huge like old propane tank that I want to turn into a smoker.
Nice.
It's got a
Padre.
trailer and everything.
Yeah, so new things around here. We just had a financial increase to our farm, which is great. My wife just graduated with her doctorate's degree. She just got hired at a new place, and her salary is going up $40,000 a year.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Other than that, I've been trying to find creative ways of keeping goats in a fence.
That's got to take a big burden off your shoulders, right?
It's going to take a huge burden off of us.
A leash.
Now you can either afford to shoot the goat that got into your garden and wiped out all the crops, or just abandon all the crops.
Oh, he's going to have to get creative to get out right now. Him and both the babies.
Because he's buried in the dirt.
We had a goat get out. My brother-in-law down the street, we had their garden. We had a garden at their house last year, and thankfully it was like September, but their goats got out and just devastated the garden.
Yeah, well, this one I watched it. So we have electric netting fence, the sheep fencing, and I watched him twice. He gets out the same way. He gets his nose under the bottom line, which is not electrified, because it's touching the ground, and then he turns his head sideways and pushes under it. So he currently has a piece of a broken shovel handle duct taped to his horns.
We need a picture. We need a picture in the
Is there a
Telegram.
picture of this? Is this posted somewhere? Is this in the Telegram group?
It is not. I will get pictures in the morning.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
We need that.
He's not a
Man.
stick. Done that, and then the two babies. You ever make your kids hold hands when they're not getting along?
Yeah.
So we put collars on the baby goats and then tied a 4-foot piece of rope between them, and those which didn't work at first because they were wrapping up on everything. So I took a piece of 1/2-inch PVC pipe and put it on the rope through the PVC pipes. Now they can't tangle up on anything,
There you go.
and they don't work together very well.
They
So
will before it's all
far-
said and done.
So I know, but so far since about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I've not had a goat escape.
You could make like an octagon or like a hexagon of goats and just have like a mobile goat herd thing, and just kind of like they all have like their own little space, and you can just like move the sticks wherever you need your goats. There they be.
Or like tie them up like that, like daisy chain all of them together, but then drive a post into the ground for on the last one, and all they'll do is they'll just go in circles all the way around it, like the That's not a bad idea.
And then get all autistic about it, and then space them out so like it's like a Fibonacci sequence, like 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, blah blah blah. So might make a cool pattern or fractals or
crop
something.
circle looking stuff. Yeah.
New business endeavor. Just have random patterns of goats and just unleash them into a field. See what happens.
I've been considering doing something similar. I've been thinking about getting a small flock of sheep. Sheep obey the fence. They're not stupid like goats.
And they'll eat grass.
And renting
More
them
than
out.
goats.
So take the electric fence netting that's very mobile. I got a small box I can put on it, and renting them out to people who want fields cleared or brush cleared, but they don't want to pay to have a bush hog come in or anything like that. Stick goat or sheep there for a week and just let them go at it.
Man, I've been thinking about getting goats and sheep like a lot the last week or two. We have so much cheatgrass here. It's I hate it. So for anybody that isn't familiar, cheatgrass is like this really fast growing weed, and it sends up tons of seeds. And that stuff, like when it gets dry, it sticks to everything. I mean, like you think like wearing long pants and boots are like enough to like keep the cheatgrass from like getting like in your boots and like stuck to your socks. Nope. It finds a way. I don't know how. Like I hate that stuff. And I was reading, like I spent about 30 seconds looking into it. You can trick goats and sheep and even cows into eating cheatgrass if you spray it with molasses, so it's sweet. But you also need to do it at the right time of year, because if it gets too dried out, it gets too pokey. It hurts their mouth. So it's
That's bad, because my goats and sheep eat wild blackberry vines like they're nothing.
Can you use dwarf goats or Nigerian, whatever the small pygmy goats, whatever them are? Can you use them for meat at some point?
Yeah,
Or are they way
I just
too
hate
small bodied?
Nigerians. No, they're dual purpose. They're meat goat. I just can't stand them.
Why is that?
Me either, and that's what I have.
They look ugly in the face. They look ugly. They're small, ugly, retarded. You want a goat? Get a real goat.
I hate them for different reasons, but
Why do you hate them, Padre?
because they won't stay out of my garden.
Oh, well. And I would assume the smaller the goat, the easier it is for them to get out of your fence.
This stupid goat. So I planted over 100 hot pepper plants, and I'm talking Carolina Reapers,
Oh, wow.
Apocalypse Scorpions, hot. Like, if you mess with the leaf enough, it'll burn your skin. You know, you wear gloves to work the plant.
That's
He stripped them. Just didn't
Spicy
touch-
goat meat.
Yeah, didn't touch the cucumbers. Didn't touch-
Marinated for the last 66 days.
preseason your
Yeah.
goat.
Yeah, that's exactly what my son said. I texted him earlier. I said, we lost our Reapers to a Bendigo. It's the goat's name. And it's a Medea joke. But he goes, preseason goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it going to recover? Or is it gone? Those
Uh,
peppers.
They're gone. I'm gonna reseed and hope I can get a harvest by the end of the year. They grow
But, like,
so slowly.
That lineage, is that like, so you can get, because I'm assuming that you kind of select breed these peppers yourself, like hand pollinate or whatever, to get whatever variety you want, make it spicier or hotter or whatever characteristics you're looking for. You do that on your own?
I do. I spend time out there with a toothbrush, moving pollen from one to another.
Damn.
There you go.
But
Now, I've heard
Okay.
that there's some certain toys that slide on your finger and vibrate that do that better.
I have
Never
not heard
tried it.
about this.
Never tried it, just heard it.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
And what part of the web were you browsing when you
that's
heard
the
about
old ticket. That's the old tickety talk.
I think I'm going to start selling them on my web store. Just the Farm Hop Life approved pollinator.
There you go.
it?
Maybe there's a toothbrush at the end of it. I don't know. Or whatever. Brush your teeth real quick.
Yeah,
So
so I
this-
spent a lot of time on those peppers. I am the only grower of those on the Gulf Coast down here.
Oh wow.
So
That's kind of
my
wild.
my crop getting wiped out hurts.
I mean, you're still growing them. They're just not doing very good.
You just get set back.
Because like with peppers, I mean, like you can top your peppers and they'll come back. But are these? So why would these not come back?
They're still a seedling.
Well, there you go.
They grow slow. I mean, it takes
Yeah.
30 days on average just to sprout.
Hmm.
They've been growing for 3 months now, and they're only 4 inches tall.
Whoa, that's pretty
They grow-
slow.
They grow slow to probably mid-June, early July, and then they just go crazy. But they
Now,
start,
is that all peppers or just those variety?
the hotter the pepper, the slower they grow.
That's weird.
'Cause I've got.
Why is that?
I've-
Is that because of the capsaicin in it or something?
I'm assuming. I don't know the science behind that, but
Because
Okay.
I've got.
from years of doing it, that's my observation. The hotter they are, the slower.
Probably the climates that where they originally came from.
So I've
Well, the
got.
Reaper was developed in South Carolina, I believe.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know.
all my peppers are slow. I don't have anything nearly as hot as you've got, but
Yeah, I got bell peppers, and that's enough for me.
I got jalapenos.
Same.
I got
I'm
some,
white people spicy.
I got some
Real
KS
carrot.
white Thai peppers, some shishito peppers and bell peppers. But that's about it. Oh, cowhorn peppers too.
Yeah, there's actually a bigger market down here than I thought there was. But I'm in Cajun country too. Everybody likes everything spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Where you at? Biloxi?
I'm about 30 minutes from Biloxi,
Okay.
about an hour from New
That's
Orleans.
South Mississippi is what I was thinking.
I'm 16 miles north of the Gulf of Mexico.
Nice. Yeah. So this weekend, I was moving rock again all weekend. I'm actually getting tired of filming, so I just don't even. I kind of film stuff, and I just don't even. It's like how many videos can I possibly make of me just moving rock here and there? Like I'll throw a couple photos up and like here's what I'm working on, but like honestly, it's getting old. It's getting, like the moving of the rock is getting boring, and recording of the moving of the rock is getting boring. So I'm just like, maybe I'll use this at another time. I don't know. I'm over it, but it's looking good so far.
What are you doing with the rock? Besides
I'm
moving it?
so happy you asked, Jeremy. Let me pull up
Giving us all whiplash there, man.
the Twitter. Sorry, I need to get my camera higher, and so like my laptop's up on like a milk crate that I made.
I noticed you're in a different spot this week.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't have your normal like backdrop and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you haven't been on in a couple weeks. Yeah, I moved up to the loft for the most part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bailed
Yeah.
on you for a few weeks.
yeah, that's fine.
Kind of
I would too if my name wasn't on it. So here, let's see here. How do I share this stupid thing? Only do it every week. This thing right here. So here's what I got going on here.
Quarry.
Yep, down the side of the house here. Got it like rounds out. And so we've got let's see, there's this. And then there's nope, that's somebody else's thing. Right. Here we go. This is what we want. So down the side of the house, you got all these like gabions, or I don't know how they're pronounced. But anyways, we're gonna mulch this and put plants in it and some elderberry and serviceberry to start. So that's what we got going on.
And you
Nice.
got all
Now-
the rocks out of your ground?
Yep, these are all out of the ground, all of them.
Wow.
That is amazing to me.
So that's kind of why I came up with the title for tonight is make lemonade. Obviously, got lemons, make lemonade. I got a lot of rocks, so I use them everywhere for this, that, and the other thing. Primarily that rock wall. But so like it starts all the way at the front of the house and curves around down the side, and it's coming around to the back side of the house. And that's going to be a lot of rock. And then on the other side, I'm going to make some steps out of railroad ties. And the steps are going to be kind of spaced apart a little bit in between the treads, I guess you'd call them. Risers, I guess. There's going to be that's going to be filled with rock too. So you just keep finding more and more uses for rock because I have it. It's free. It's just crazy labor intensive.
Yeah, down here that's thousands and thousands of dollars of rocks.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Can I sell them at a premium like Montana rocks? Only
Yeah.
I'm telling you, probably could. I'm serious.
The transportation costs will eat you up.
Well, I got pallets. Yeah, let's shoot. It's because of the weight. That'd be.
Yeah.
I need a matter compressor.
Yeah.
You'd
Teleport.
have to sell them by the tractor trailer load.
Yeah.
I got lots of pallets. I can just crate them.
Really wouldn't surprise me if you were actually able to. Now, I live on a coastal plain. I've not seen a rock in a decade.
Oh wow. I live on a rock shelf. Like just I tried to plant fruit trees a while back and I got about 18 inches and I was like, oh, there's a rock. This tree's
There you
going
go.
here anyway.
Wow.
And they didn't survive then?
I mean, so far they're good. I just planted them like 2 months ago.
Oh,
Look,
okay, gotcha.
But it's like it's like church, so it's not like it's like the roots should be able to get through some of it.
Sure.
Fine. I mean, there's trees up. I mean, I've got 12, 18-inch diameter pine trees up here. Like they should be all right.
We spent 4 days in a Virginia National Park last week, and my daughter just bringing me rock after rock. Daddy, look what I found.
Daddy, what is this? Daddy, I've never seen one of these before.
I've never seen one of those before.
She brought several home.
Take them all home.
Y'all,
Yeah.
hey, you got the only house with rocks down there.
Yeah, you're rock rich in your neighborhood. But yeah, that's kind of that's been the biggest thing lately is all the rock, just figuring out what to do with it, make it look nice. So so the other thing I was thinking of this topic was Grant and his totes. I mean, he had access to totes. And so he's just like, well, hell, I'll just make this work. I'll just use these things for raised beds. It's just a matter of filling them.
Yeah, so the whole thing with those I think it was actually my dad's idea. He had access to them at where he worked, and that's where I got mostly all of them. And then I ended up a really good longtime family friend from church. They use them at their place. So he ended up hooking me up there, and then I ended up getting a job there. We just picked up 4 more. I haven't gotten some in a couple months, but I ended up just getting some more tonight. But other than those, I really can't think of anything really that I have made lemonade from. Pretty much, if anything goes bad, I just kind of be like, well, it is what it is, and just kind of either spin it some way or go on to the next thing.
Hey, I got a question for you, Grant, on those totes. How do you fill all those with dirt? Because that's a lot of dirt.
Okay, so what I do, I
I'm sorry, I completely changed subjects, Matt.
I pull a page from the Germans, and
Oh, whoa. Calm down here.
Hey, don't get us banned. Don't get us banned.
Hugo culture is it's basically a way to fill the beds.
So that's
I would like to do some Hugo culture beds out of like old pines when I start clearing land. Dig down, put these huge old pines in like a little triangle, and then build big berm beds like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fill because they're about 3.5 feet tall. So
you're filling them with like sticks and leaves and brush.
I'm filling them with logs. Whole logs. I ran out of stuff to put in, so I ended up using some of Dad's firewood that we cut like that. But I helped load it and stack it. So and then
yours.
Not half, maybe like 10%. So I go get dirt. I buy dirt by the yard. I get contractor price. I've gotten about 80 yards of dirt. It's not cheap by all means. It's basically become a hobby. Again, you look at 70 yards of dirt times what I pay for that dirt. It's like $2,500 in dirt, but that's 80 raised beds. So, and it's all good growing dirt. It pretty much just it's kept me busy and helps me process things. Okay. It's not a profitable garden.
I just noticed that you had all those totes out there, and I was like, that's a lot of dirt that he's got to fill those with.
Yeah,
I was just curious, that's how I filled my raised beds too, is Hugo culture-ish. I mean, it's I had some old logs that I put in the bottom, some leaves, some compost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I would like to do is kind of. Well, yeah, but I don't know where I can get enough compost. Of that. Is
not for 80 raised beds, that's for sure.
Yeah, and not for like $30 a yard.
There's some chicken houses over here. I'm sure you can get some from there.
That or horse manure, but either way, is go around in the summer, and if I had a truck, I'd do it. But get all the bags of cut grass clippings, wood mulch. You could probably put
careful, that stuff's all sprayed.
That's what I was gonna say.
I know some of it is, but I could probably kind of let it compost out into like a bedding for my pigs. I can just dump all that in there.
You trying to kill your pigs?
Tromp it down.
Try to give them cancer.
Well, I don't know. I may not, but if I can get somebody who can deliver me wood chips, I can fill maybe 100 more raised beds full of wood chips. Give it a year, and it'll decompose into dirt.
Well, Grant, there's a guy on YouTube, David Goodman, and he talks about how to detect grazon. in the manure. So you could even get that manure. And what the trick is, just you throw some beans in there, and it'll if you give it a month, if they start to look all wrinkly and weird looking, then you've got Grazon in there, because beans are the most sensitive.
Okay.
So just look up David
Interesting.
the Good on Grazon.
All right. What is Grazon?
That's the worst pesticide that just like sticks around, goes through the gut.
You're supposed to be like they claim that you can leave cows on the field and spray your field with it. Hence, like Grazon, you don't have to take your cows off the pasture to spray and then bring them back. So like oh yeah, it's totally safe. Yeah, it's nasty stuff. There's a big.
I'm sorry. Why would you spray your pastures and then put your cows? Like I mean, they're out there to eat all that stuff.
It goes through their digestive tract supposedly untouched.
Right. But what's the purpose of even spraying your? I mean, like your cows are going to eat.
They don't eat everything. There's a good bit of broadleaf stuff that they don't touch.
The Grazon doesn't kill everything. It just kills the things that the cows don't eat. They just kills what they don't eat.
Get you a goat or a sheep, and they'll eat the rest of it.
Yeah,
pig.
But you're preaching to.
I know. I can't stand.
I can't.
Bring into the preacher.
I mean, because it's just big industrial agriculture. Nobody rotates pasture. Like they don't rotate pastures or animals. You need to auto rotate animals through. So,
yeah.
Grant, I got something you made into lemonade.
Okay.
Time with your Nana.
Yeah. So, yeah. Again, I was paid. I got to do what I want, but that became more valuable to me than I thought it would be. Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't paid in stories and special time with her.
Yeah, if you want to look at that more so as in blessings, I mean, there's a lot of things other than her. I mean, I didn't want to go back to school. I currently hate it, but if that's not where I had been guided and put, then I wouldn't have met my current lady. And I mean, so
current, there's going to be another one.
I
was thinking it. I wasn't going to say it.
She'll probably see this, but no, I mean, there are all these things that I guess it happens, because right now I'm currently taking 5 classes this summer semester, and it's miserable. You can't hate, it's very strong. I dislike the teacher and the way he teaches, because he's not teaching. And then he's like 64, but my floral design teacher, he's 78, and he comes around, and in the first 10 minutes of class, I've learned more than I have all week. And he ended up stopping by today. It wasn't even his day to be there. He shouldn't have even been there. He stopped by and ended up giving us a whole lesson on pruning and how to prune and how to work with your plant materials to know your shrubbery in the landscape. Because you can design a landscape where it doesn't require any maintenance. You just need the right plant and the right placement. And
nice.
He has reinvigorated me in this, because it's a different learning and teaching that gives me passion, because he has passion for it. My teacher's an old row crop farmer. He wants to retire. This guy, he's 78, from upstate New York. You know, was the president of the New York Farmers School Board. He an impressive man, an extremely impressive resume, and he knows how to teach it.
That really shows. All right, what was that, Padre?
The passion definitely makes a difference.
It does. It really does. And when you're not treading water for big farm, not big farm, but just big farm, big agriculture. When you're not treading water on pesticides and stuff like that, I mean, you don't need a tractor to run a homestead. You don't need a tractor to grow a market garden.
Sure.
Nope.
And so,
if you're intentional and you're managing it the right way, you don't.
And I could feed 200 families off 2 acres. If I am smart enough and have enough time to put in on 50 acres, I can probably feed a whole lot of people.
You know what else you don't need?
Goats. I see. I disagree with you, Padre. I love goats. Their little triangle eyes have worked their way into my soul. I don't think I could ever live without them.
Oh,
sheep.
he done got soft.
No,
Yeah.
man. I'm a goat man. I'm a goat guy.
Goats and totes.
I want some of those
and
goats
goats.
that have like 4 horns and sell the skulls on Etsy
I'm
for
pretty
premium.
sure that's a sheep.
4 horns.
So there is the Jacob sheep that does have the 4 horns, but I thought like like those like
Oh yeah.
Padre, you're gonna like this, like those Satanists that want to have like cool skull for whatever.
Oh yeah.
That have like
For
4
their
horns.
Baphomet worshiping.
Yeah, whatever. I'll sell them a goat skull for $1,000.
Look, I'll take anybody's money. I have sold goat skulls to Norse pagans.
There you
Not
go.
very-
Hey, give me some domestic beetles. I'll get the flesh cleaned off of them. I'll do them a good European mount and get them moved on.
I just set it on top of the fire ant mound, and the fire ants do the work.
Yeah, I
I've
guess.
seen them do it,
I
yeah.
guess that's the only thing they're probably good for.
Yeah.
Fire.
I actually took a sheep skull last year, and when I was building up my compost pile, from the wood chips and the chicken poop, I put the sheep skull right in there, and it had like it still had like the eyeballs and a couple of other fleshy things like all stuck to it and stuff. It was all dried out. I put that right in the center and piled it up 2 to 3 months later. Man, that thing was as clean as ever. Like those horns, even like the black part, like actually like pops off. So
Yeah.
so I don't know if you guys knew that so like when you drink out of like a horn or something like that from like a
Viking.
bison or buffalo horn,
Yeah.
like most of the time like that thing kind of like fell off. I don't think I have a picture as an
And
example.
just to derail this even more, just another fun fact is that poison dart frogs are not naturally poisonous. They're poisonous because they eat fire ants and other things. It's the food they eat that
Huh.
makes them poisonous.
I didn't know.
So I know someone with poison dart frogs, and I can get some fire ants if y'all need
Even
some poison.
those frogs are
frog.
making lemonade. That's awesome.
Yeah. They,
Yeah.
Lemonade frogs.
See, it's
Wait,
not
are you
completely
saying I can-
off topic.
You think I
Just
can
bring
sell
it back.
fire?
Sell
What?
fire ants.
I mean, no.
That-
You
that-
probably go
It's
into
a do-it-yourself poison dart frog kit. Here's a frog.
yeah.
Here's some
Here's
ants.
a frog. Here's a frog. Here's some. Yeah.
Oh,
See?
And then,
Make it lemonade.
and then you have your neighbors sell the blow guns.
There you
and,
go. Perfect.
the way you think.
So Christopher or Jeremy, did you have some lemonade examples to share?
I had I went like way back. So like when I started thinking about this earlier, I was like, what experience have I had that kind of stands out to me? And I'm sure there's been plenty of them along the way. But like one of the big ones was like the 2008 housing crash. And yeah, we lost, like we got married in 07, and then 08 like just lost 30% value in our home. It was our first home. Like it hurt. But we had a 5-year plan, which turned into a 10-year plan. But like through all of that, like that got me started on my prepping journey, which then led into homesteading. So like that was just I don't know if you can call it lemons to lemonade, but just more or less, being opportunistic and learning and adapting. But like I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for that. So
My story of becoming a full-time homesteader is very similar to yours.
yeah, it's just the realization that, wow, like we are dependent on this system that, it's fragile. And, now we've got debt, we've got cars, and we've got a house payment and car payments, but like that's it. But yeah, I'd love to get out of those, but it is what it is. But, but if you can pay all that down and live kind of debt free, and you could live off the land, you are independent.
Are you guys still in that house, or you guys moved now?
No, we moved. We're 45 minutes away from there. We ended up in a house I don't love the house, but it's got a basement, which is something that I really wanted. And a little bit more land, not much. We're still, gosh, on a third of an acre. I mean, like it's small, but you can do a lot on a third of an acre if you're intentional about it.
So how long between that? So like your 10-year plan, did that actually take 10 years then?
So I mean, our 5-year plan was we wanted to buy this starter house, and it was a brand new house, and I think we paid like $138,000 for it. It was like 100. It was like revalued at 100, reappraised at 105 or $100,000 like within 2 years, and so 5 years we wanted to get out and get into a little bit of a bigger house with a little bit more land, and then it took 10 years for us to get out of that house for us to be able to recoup what we had lost. Yeah, but thankfully, like we didn't go under and we didn't have to, we weren't foreclosed on our house or anything like that. But yes, when I say 5-year plan turned into a 10-year plan, it just meant it took 10 years for us to be able to get out. And so yeah, now we're in a little bit of a bigger house, a little bit more land, a bigger yard, better area, so on and so forth. But the next step is to end up with several acres that we can truly like go all in and homestead.
What's the date on that?
When
Another
I can
2,
find it.
another 10?
So in the state of Alabama, if you don't pay your property taxes, they sell your property.
Yep. Same
I
here.
have a few of those that I've got my name on.
Properties that you bought because somebody else didn't pay their taxes, or because you didn't pay your taxes?
Because I pay my taxes because they didn't pay their taxes. So I've got to hold on to those for long enough before I can own them. So when I own those, then I will have acreage.
See, that's something I
Auction
would
to buy?
be interested in
Nice.
looking at. Can you do that if you're out of state?
I don't see why not. What was that, Christopher?
Is it like an option to buy? Like you can't buy it and take ownership of it today.
They had right of redemption for 5 years.
5 years. Okay. How about
So
that?
you don't get
up
your money
to
back
5
though.
years.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do.
Plus 12%.
So, whoa,
That feels like an
what?
investment to me. How do you get 12%?
That's how the law reads in Alabama.
I feel
So
like I
you're
need to get
paying
an
somebody
Alabama
else's property taxes, and if they start paying their property taxes,
If they claim
again,
right of redemption, they have to pay me back plus 12% of what I've paid.
I feel
they
like I need
personally
get
have to pay
involved
you.
in Alabama property.
Whoa,
Correct.
Wow, that's crazy.
nice.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like you're making lemonade out of somebody else's lemons, but
Right?
that's
True.
fine.
He's repossessing the lemons and just throwing them in a juicer.
There's actually a property down the street that I'm watching it like every week because they're delinquent on their taxes, and it's like it would be a perfect property. It's 3 acres, 3.5 acres. It's all flat, adjacent to family.
But imagine if you have enough spare income where you could pay like, maybe 12 people's property taxes, and then maybe say you get half of those come through, bam, 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 you now have a lot of property you can either turn around and flip
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
use to, loan against the bank and keep that thing rolling. That is some heavy.
There's a
No.
plan there. There's a plan there, Grant.
And what do they what do they charge for the
I
property?
may
Is it
talk
like
to you
an
about
auction?
that later, but
Whatever
the
the past due tax is.
Okay, you just have to pay the taxes.
So like the property that we've got's 3 acres.
Man.
And
Might have to
paid
look into that.
$6,800 for it.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, send some links.
Yeah,
Well, this is for Montana. I don't give a damn about Florida.
I don't know, but I don't know if you can do that.
I wanted
here
to
in
see
Georgia.
Alabama.
just squat on Jeremy's.
Hey,
There's
Jeremy,
nothing out. There's nothing out there right now.
My whole operation's on 3 acres, so it's
Nice.
definitely doable.
Yeah, I believe it.
Definitely doable.
So that's yeah. So what's the timeline on getting to there? Hopefully within the next 5 to 10 years,
I mean, 5 or
Maybe
less, right?
maybe sooner. I'd like to have it sooner, but the 3 acres that we have isn't ideal because it's not all flat.
Okay.
So
Well, I have
my
got to
plan
help,
would be
guys.
to own that property free and clear, and then turn around and sell it, and then go buy a property that I really, really want.
Sure. I gotcha. That's cool. That's a nice lemonade hack right there.
No kidding. Yeah.
Christopher, did you have one?
Yeah, I got two of them.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, I'm sitting in one of them. You remember the story I told, for the audience? I'll keep it real brief. The story of we got this RV here. We were going to go travel travel around and see sights and stuff, and and just like horrors. Everything went wrong. Like everything went wrong. It was just like a National Lampoon's. I was just laughing. Like what else can possibly go wrong? So. We got this now. You got this thing, and it never got to really travel it. I did like 2 trips with it, but it's an office. It's a second bathroom now. It will be second kitchen, and
got your second toilet,
second toilet, and second
no,
shower.
It's a turlet, man.
Come on,
turlet.
It's a turlet, and it also is our like backup house if the main RV. Or catch fire or tornado or something. Everybody can cram into here and we just make it do, because there's like 8 or 10 beds in this RV. It's a little short 25 footer, but it's got so many beds in it. It's crazy. Like over here is 4 beds in this front bedroom. There's a whole bedroom over here. And
they're gonna start. DeSantis is gonna put a bunch of immigrants right in your camper.
Yeah, well, I mean,
give you a little Holiday Inn voucher.
You're not far from it. I've told I talked to my cousin because they're up in the city and they're not, and they're prepper minded, but they don't have anywhere they'd really go. And I said to him, I hope that it would work out. You guys could come here and stay with us, so they could stay here, And so we're just, we got
power in numbers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad we have it. It was a
good one.
I gotta ask this: is DeSantis really like trying to push immigrants on people? I haven't followed any of that.
No, I don't know what he's doing with that now.
Okay.
I know that he did the Martha's Vineyard stuff, and that was just hilarious. But
he sent them up there, right? But he's not sending them to his own people. His own.
Not right now. I don't think he's doing. I haven't.
All
heard
right,
anything.
that's all I wanted to know.
I haven't heard anything. Anyway,
I regret bringing that up, but that's on me.
Of course, he very clearly said that he would ban TikTok, so he's
yeah. Well, in Montana, has.
Yeah, Gianforte beat him to it. Idiot.
All right.
And look, when they're all on board and all together on something, you know that they're all corrupt.
And then I got another piece of lemonade right here. This is a microchip. It's called ESP32, and it's what I'm building Secure Coop around. Originally was building it around a device you probably heard of, Raspberry Pi, and I was going to build it around a Raspberry Pi, which meant I would have had to make a custom enclosure, which meant I'd have to build a CNC router, which meant I had to build a 3D printer to make the CNC router, which meant all kinds of just hoops and jumps and expense and nasty. And okay, I was going to do it, but man, it wasn't my best choice. But the Raspberry Pi was like the only way I could think to really make it do. And then the microchip apocalypse hit.
Yep.
You remember that? And
the
chips, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself,
yeah.
I'm trying to build it around a Raspberry Pi, and it's like, it's the whole business is facing extinction because of the lack of chips. So I said, what am I going to do? I had originally started on this guy, and the first versions of these were just really tiny and not enough space for my needs, and so I switched over to the Raspberry Pi. But then I started looking at them again and said, well, now they've got more RAM, and let's try them again. And I plugged it back in and got one with more RAM, and it's now I'm to the beta test phase, so we're making progress and it's coming along. Yeah.
So what's the cost difference between those that are Pi?
Oh yeah, that was the best part. Is not just the complexity, but the cost is like just the parts cost is like 5 times less.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's huge.
The Raspberry Pi, I mean, depending on which one you get, is anywhere from 20 to or 25 to like $100.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at the Zeros, which were at the time
those
they were
cheap.
about
They're like $10.
Yeah, at the time they were like $10, and then they went like unavailable. But then on top of that, I had to build an enclosure, and on top of that, I had a bunch of little chips that went around with it. Now this guy right here can do a lot of the same stuff all in the same package. Doesn't need extra chips. So
what you should do, Christopher,
got
is you should
capability.
squat on a bunch of like URLs and stuff. So like all like these brands that focus around like home security or whatever, like Simply Safe. Just call it like simplycoop.com or like simplysafecoop.com and like Nest.
I do have
nestcoop.com or
I do have
Ringcoop
like
or all this.
10 or 12 domains I've squatted.
There you go.
I've already got some like secure
Like,
get
what? Simply
Get
Safe makes
Secure
stuff for my
Farm.
coop.
I've got Get Secure Farm and other a couple of like Secure Ponics and things like that. So,
Secure Ponics.
yeah.
Oh, you're gonna move into the aquaponics.
I don't see why not. If I can get the stupid core where it's working like it's supposed to, then it's not too hard to extend it to different sensors. So
Sure.
just got to get the core right.
I actually bought a bunch of sensors that I wanted to like build a whole like water monitoring, soil water monitoring of a Raspberry, and I was like, nope, never did it. What were
No,
you saying, Padre?
I'm sitting here realizing just how technologically stupid I am.
Nah, you're smarter for not knowing anything.
And
There's something
don't
about
rely on it.
there is a wisdom.
You're not gonna
in
miss
that,
it when it's gone.
right?
I
have
think
no
Padre, was it you that was in the Telegram group? Somebody had posted a picture about something about their zucchini or squash that had some powdery mildew on it, and some bug was getting it. And you're like, it's this, and this.
Yeah.
That sounds like him.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
It's like an encyclopedia.
it's just
of
like right up
everything.
here. You're not relying on technology.
Yeah, it's y'all know
There's
Razoma School on Twitter.
Yep.
If anybody has a pest problem, she tags me immediately.
I'm gonna start tagging you when I get pissed.
Nope, sorry, that one's my neighbor.
Padre, when the EMP flies, then you'll be the smartest man around,
Yep. How will we contact you?
right? A smoke signal.
I got a
Carrier
shortwave.
pigeon.
What about USPS?
Ham radio.
I
We're
ain't
doing
got one.
shortwave video.
I'll just drive there, ask him questions, and drive back.
Yeah,
Hey, take him some rocks while you're going.
Yeah.
you pay me in rock.
It's the new currency. Instead of the gold,
right.
silver, it's Montana rocks.
You need sand. I got
You need a new crypto called Rockcoin.
Oh,
Oh,
no more cryptos.
Oh shoot!
I got out of crypto.
I got one. I got another example of making lemonade. So last summer, right? My daughter was in the NICU for 2 months, and so my mother-in-law was staying with us, and so I would go to work, and probably like every other. I think ended up being like every other evening. I'd go up to Missoula, go see my wife, go see my daughter, come home, and then the evenings that I would go, I would bring my son with me most of the time. And we called it, well, we were staying at the Ronald, but we just called it a hotel. Like for as much, like for anyone here that hasn't been in the Ronald McDonald House, it's basically a hotel with a big commercial kitchen. So like there's all these rooms, and freezers, refrigerators, like all these snacks and stuff. And there's like a little play set for kids to play with or whatever. So like as far as he knew, like we were just going to a hotel like every other evening, and sometimes he would stay the night and sometimes he wouldn't. But yeah, we just had to roll with it, you know. That's situation we were in. But and he loved it. He's like, you know, get to play with this toy and that toy, you know. He's
How old was he?
spending time with grandma.
Can we come back next week?
Can we come back next week? What do you mean?
Yeah. He was saying.
That's yeah. I got you now. Yeah, he liked it.
How old was he?
2. Yeah. And we went and saw some friends that actually met through Twitter of all places. They came down from northern Montana. 'Cause they also had a preemie baby, and we went. They were all staying at the Ronald McDonald House, and so we got to go back to the hotel to go hang out with them. We were there for 3 hours, and so he would eat a little bit, go run around, come back, eat, and play, and so it was cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
No. Now, can I ask why y'all were there? Like, what was the? You said your daughter was, or do you not want to share?
No, that's fine. We shared it before. So with my wife's medical condition, she had like real quick and dirty cancer survivor, not normal situation down there. So all our kids were going to be preemies. We knew that. If you could make it to 36 weeks, that would be like awesome. And she did. She went to the term that her doctor was comfortable with her going to. So my son, he was 10 days in the NICU, and we always heard that boys take longer in the NICU, and we didn't know we were going to have the second time around. We wanted it to be a surprise. So when we was a girl, we're like, oh man, we're going to be out of the NICU in like no time. Well, the first hospital that we were at, which like her doctor goes to, or like, you know, is a surgeon and all that stuff. That first hospital, they like, it's more like a convenience store, like the NICU is. Like they're there for like, you know, quick turnaround of preemie babies. We were there for 3 weeks, and they still didn't have their like stuff together, and so they kind of like dicked us around more or less, trying to like, no, we can, like they're kind of like thinking that they can fix whatever was going on with my daughter. Like it was this and that and this and that. Like I honestly lost track. It was so much stuff that, you know, we're trying to solve this problem, trying to solve that problem, and it all came down to like
We don't know.
something in her throat, and making her like aspirate when she's eating. But we found that out at the second hospital, and so we had to like have like her in like a special ambulance to move, like get to the other hospital across town for the better NICU and all that stuff. And that's when we were at the Ronald McDonald House, was at that second hospital. So yeah, it was like
Oh wow, scary,
dude. It was a whole thing. Like I feel like I lost my wife and I lost years off our life going through that, and we got it easy. Like we knew there was an end in sight. Like her life wasn't really like that in danger.
Yeah,
it wasn't like, you know, she's on life support, barely breathing, not eating. Like she's eating, her body sucks at eating. Like all the, you know, now right now, man, she's almost a year old and she's eating nonstop. Like I asked my wife,
she's making
tonight,
up for it.
I guess, dude. She is like, you know, she's in like the 10th percentile or 10 percentile, whatever the term is, and so she was like small for her age. Man, she's making up for it. She's constantly eating. Sometimes I think she eats more than my son.
That's funny. It's there's something about seeing your family, especially your kids, in a situation like that, and you're helpless as a father. It kills you.
Yeah, you're just trying to like keep all the balls in the air, right? You know,
but to know like I can't fix this.
Can't fix it. It's out of your hands. Yeah, you just keep the wife happy, keep the kid happy, try to keep your job.
Got to pay for all these bills.
Yep.
Well, at least your hospital tried to help.
Sorry?
I said, at least your hospital's tried to help. My daughter was preemie, born at 35 weeks, I think. Allergic to milk, so my wife couldn't breastfeed her. Then had severe acid reflux and something else. And they were like, "Oh, you're going to need this special milk." And we were like, "Okay." And my wife went home the next day with our child. I was like, "Here you go. She can't eat milk. You got to find this. Have a nice day."
Good luck.
Man, that's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, well, Mississippi is one of the highest rates in the country of infant death and death of mothers during birth. So our delivery system kind of sucks down here.
Well,
how old is your daughter now?
She's 9, or she'll be 9 in about a month.
We have a saying in Alabama, not about this, but just in general. But thank God for Mississippi. So the joke is that they're last in everything, but they're not. Alabama's last in a lot of things too.
Yeah, we say the same thing about Alabama. So.
That's right. I knew that was coming. Man, hey, I was in Mississippi last week, in Jackson. So I'm there about once a month.
You went to like the most dangerous part of Mississippi.
I know. Can't even drink the water there.
No. If one thing Alabama and Mississippi can agree on is thank God we're not Louisiana. So
That's right.
It's like that meme, right? What do you? So when you have to go to when you have to go to Jackson, yeah, how do you make lemonade out of that?
I don't.
You don't. You're just like,
You
I'm
just
here
don't
for
lemons.
work. Just
I'm here for work, and I'm gonna get home as fast as I can.
I'm gonna fake COVID again.
unless you're a pipe smoker, there's nothing good in Jackson.
Unless you're what?
Unless you're a pipe smoker, there's nothing good in Jackson.
I don't. Yeah, there's nothing good in Jackson. No, in fact, my company actually moved out to Jackson into the suburbs of Jackson, and it's much better. I mean, I work from home. Like, I don't have to go over there except for meetings once a month. They could be worse.
Jeremy, I'm gonna think I'm gonna apply to your company. I want to work from home. I want to screw off and check my security cameras all day. And
Yep.
can I? Wait, hold on. Yep, we're good.
Yeah, they're
Except I don't want to go to Jackson once a month. That's going to be a little difficult for me.
I mean, you could probably not go to Jackson. I have to go to Jackson. There's only a handful of us that have to go there. Like, and when I say a handful, I mean 2 of us.
Man, that's a small handful.
Everybody else works remote.
How far
Sure.
are you from Jackson?
I'm in Birmingham, so I'm east of Birmingham, so 3.5, 4 hours.
About the same. About the same. I'm about 3.5 hours south.
Yep. I mean, I like where I live. I like Trust Vegas, as we call it.
Yeah.
Trustville.
Good. Hey, Padre, I got a question. I thought you were going to marry Grant and his girlfriend. I thought that was happening this month.
Wait, what?
So there was a lot of scheduling conflicts that came up, mostly around my wife. So
Sure.
the plan was we left on Tuesday evening, and I drove 9 hours overnight to get to North Carolina, and going up to Virginia that same day. I met with Agora Crops and Long Story Farms, and I think he just goes by Rusty Newsom. I think he just goes by his name. So we all met up at the big farmers market in North Carolina and exchanged gifts, shook hands, things like that. And then,
And you've never met those guys before, right?
no, I had not met any of them.
Isn't that crazy how the internet just brings so many people together?
Yeah,
Sorry, anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Agora is one of my favorite people. He's even more awesome in person. But so the plan was going up to Virginia that day. My wife had to check in. She had to get her cords and everything for her graduation, and we were leaving. Let's see, her conferment was on Thursday. The big graduation march with all 20,000 students was on Friday, and then we were leaving Saturday morning and going to Helen, Georgia. We were going to spend 2 nights in Helen, Georgia. And if you don't know anything about Helen, Georgia,
Amazing.
Helen's great.
it's modeled after a Bulgarian town. It's
Mhm.
all German foods and everything.
It's a beautiful area.
I was going to meet Grant then, and we were going to leave Monday and come home. All the hotels, everything in Helen is a minimum 2-night stay. Right before we left, she gets a call from her now new employer scheduling an interview for Monday morning, which was when we were originally leaving Helen. So we had to shift everything around, and then it became, and seeing it was Mother's Day also that Sunday, everything just conflicted with each other. So
Sure.
never got to meet Grant. Didn't get to marry him.
Marry him and his fiance. Let's
His
just
current.
clarify that.
Yeah.
That's current.
His current
So,
one.
all right. So I guess the question here then is, how do you turn that into lemonade, or can you?
Well, we now have a $40,000 a year increase to income to the farm.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
she made it Monday morning to the interview. They told her we'll let you know by Friday. They called her Monday afternoon.
Same day.
Sorry, Grant. You weren't worth canceling that interview.
Yeah. Can you, unless you want to give Padre $40,000?
Yeah.
A year.
A year. That's right.
Yeah.
Every year.
That and all it is the
Fantastic.
public school system she's going into, but
It's what?
it's public school system. She's leaving private school and going to public school.
Wow.
But
I would have thought that would have been the other way around.
no, private school doesn't play crap. At least not in Mississippi.
Yeah.
But we were
Odd.
put it this way: we've been under the poverty line for the last 3 years. So she
It's a nice change.
she has 12 years education experience and the doctorate's degree on top of it, and she's internationally licensed.
Internationally.
So she can go to Europe or China or wherever and teach on
Wow.
her license. And
Cool.
Mississippi just redid their teacher pay scale last year, so it would have only been like a $17,000 raise last year.
Wow.
So this year it's 40 with the new teacher pay scale. Mississippi's trying to
Man.
attract more teachers in.
Yeah.
So they're even in Mississippi. If you want to be a teacher and you're still in school, they will pay for you to move here. They will give you residency and let you begin teaching while you finish your degree and get your license.
Well, it's interesting though. Why the big push for school teachers?
Well, over the last decade, there's been a mass exodus of school teachers from Mississippi, and it's been over pay. So, like if you live where I live, Mobile's an hour one direction, Slidell is 35, 40 minutes in the other direction, and people are still living here, but they're
Mhm.
traveling to other states to work. The teachers
Mhm.
work.
Hmm.
So there was
Yeah, because Mobile's pretty good. From
Yeah. there's just
Yeah.
mass exodus of teachers. State started getting desperate and passed a whole bunch of education reforms. Got
for
away
them.
from Common Core. Finally,
Yay. Good.
my wife would not have done it if they were still in Common Core. She had already
Oh.
drawn the line there.
That's funny. Man, I can't wait to see what kind of stuff that you come up with now with not being so like just less financial restrictions,
Crap.
let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, dude.
we already have plans. So here's kind of a lemon and lemonade for you, a future lemonade. A month and a half ago, our oven went out, and it's like a $300 repair.
Sure.
And if y'all know, I do markets every week, and our big income is bread. We bake and sell a lot of bread, and some weeks,
Heard it's pretty good.
some weeks it's $1,000 weeks at the market. Some weeks are $200 a week. You never know what you're gonna get at the farmers market, but
Without an oven, it's $0 a week, right?
right. So I've been working out of an extra large countertop oven since March, and
Wow.
we decided let's go ahead and look at a commercial oven. So just for shits and giggles, right? So we found a Subway oven for $800.
Oh man.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
Wow.
So,
Does it come with the bread?
No, but now instead of a 2-hour rise time, I got a 30.
His bread's better than Subway bread, all right?
Just
Yeah.
add more sugar, way more sugar.
And so I can go from making 2 loaves of bread at a time to 12 loaves of bread at a time.
Whoa, nice.
Dynamic.
That's gonna pay off itself very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
sweet.
we've already seen an increase in bread sales. So we were doing 200 a week, and then I said some weeks are $1,000 a week. And we realized as we picked up a second market, we're about to pick up a third market, and we should start bringing in 1,000 a week, which is great, except there's 52 weeks in a year, and I operate under cottage laws, which only allows me to make 35,000 a year.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So what that has led to,
Start
Is we now-
another company.
we now have plans to bring a building onto the property and turn it into a licensed kitchen.
That's
Once
it.
I was gonna say, make your son sell bread.
So, God, he's such a good salesman. But
How, you say he's
The,
9? Hey, please
No,
no,
that's his
bread
daughter.
for me. Oh, so I can go to Disney World?
That's
That's all you gotta do, man. Put him out there. Please let me go to Disney World. Will you buy some bread?
so now
Look,
with
I made Mickey Mouse.
we're looking hopefully by the end of the year we'll have the commercial kitchen built and inspected, and that's the goal. And once that happens, a lot of the stuff I sell at market, like my seasonings for my peppers and everything, I will actually be able to sell online and
Nice.
expand that market greatly because I'll be working out of a licensed kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Sweet.
post it when you do. I'll buy some seasonings.
Okay.
Nice, dude. All right. That's a great. Did you have something, Jeremy, real quick?
Nope.
All right. Awesome. Let's run around. Christopher, go ahead.
Yeah, securecoop.com. I am working on a coop door opener with phone notifications and trying to get this going and as a product. And then after that, I'll be expanding all throughout the backyard space with sensors and whatnot. Keep an eye on your garden and your farm.
And aquaponics.
And aquaponics, secure ponics.
I'm interviewing your competition next month, so
Go for it, man. They're I'm not as good a developer as I thought I was, so it's taking me a while, but we're getting there. I'm in the beta phase now. Get on securecoop.com. There is a mailing list to be notified when things are ready. There's a coupon that you'll get on the mailing list, and there's a coupon below that you can combine with it for the pre-sale.
nice. Yes. Sorry. I'm editing one thing because I thought it was funny. Jeremy, go ahead.
Jeez. What do you think is funny?
I'll show you next.
Okay. Yeah, I do like donuts on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Chickens, homesteading ish, prepping ish, life ish.
Life-ish.
Yeah, I got a few followers. I'm trying to grow the YouTube right now.
It's hard.
I'm afraid TikTok's gonna just get the.
I see.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope not.
doubt it.
I'm considering YouTube. I just don't know if I want to spend all that time editing.
It takes time. The shorts, the YouTube shorts are really good because that follows in line with TikTok and the Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
And I can record it like this and not like this.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
anyway,
I'm looking for better, like good AI tools to just like knock that stuff out real fast for me. Because I honestly I hate video editing, but the ones that they do now, it's just like pictures, music, and like you don't actually like know what you're doing. You're just like, okay, I think he's probably just moving rocks again. So I got it. Next.
Just change the music. You'll get 100,000 likes.
just
Yeah.
dance a little bit
Dance.
with the rocks. And
there
then,
you
you
go.
know.
Yeah.
With some COVID nurses.
Pass. All right. Padre, the Loaf King.
Loaf King.
The loaf king.
Instead of Liver King, Loaf King.
Oh,
I'm the-
That's good.
At Padre Homestead on Twitter, smith-homestead.com. If you buy from me, enter Farm Hop Life at checkout, get 10% off your full order.
I've been thinking I gotta place an order tonight because my dad said that he wanted some hot sauces and peppers, and I do too. So I'm gonna place an order tonight. We're gonna look at it.
There's like nothing on there right now.
Well, I'm gonna just message you and say, give me stuff. I'm gonna Venmo you. Here's my address.
Smith dash.
All right.
Homestead.
And I'm Matt DeRocher from HumpLife.com. Do podcasts, interviews, this men's forum, and TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Good stuff. 20 by 23 project. Still working on my last one.
20
So
by 24.
it's recurring. We're in the first season. That is 2023.
20 by 30.
Season 2 next year. All right. Next week, I don't know what we're talking about. We'll figure it out. All right. Gotta
Yeah.
go. What was that?
I will say one
Yeah.
thing. If you go to my website and order on the bakery page, please pay attention to the ribbon that says local pickup only.
Got it.
I have refunded a lot of money lately.
oh, bummer.
That sucks. All right. Appreciate everybody for listening. And thank you
Thanks
guys
for
for
the
being here.
opportunity.
Appreciate it. See you guys this week.